Hey everybody, welcome back to Gem Mint Collectibles. We're here with another Every Omnibus release so far video. This time we have the first Avenger himself, Steve Rogers, Captain America. Captain America, for a while, had the most solo omnibus, but now I think Spider-Man got him. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 omnibus. And if you want to count Avengers, he's got everybody beat. But we're going to save the Avengers Omnibus for another video because there's a ton of those as well. Anyway, let's get right to it. The first Omnibus is the Golden Age Captain America Omnibus, published under Timely Comics. This is by Joe Simon, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, and Al Iverson. Collects Captain America comics 1 through 12. Back in the day. 1940s, World War II stuff. Here's the cover gallery. Now, why they didn't go with Captain America 1 as the cover of that dust jacket, I'll never know. I definitely think that was a missed opportunity, and they could have even done a variant cover with like the Alex Ross version or whoever did the other cover. But there goes your Captain America #1. One of the most sought-out key issues by Marvel comic collectors, that and Marvel Comics #1. Like most omnibus, they have a cover gallery. Couldn't say it in the back. I wanted to see if they have that Alex Ross. Yeah. So who made this? It doesn't say. Oh, I guess Jack Kirby and Richard Eisnove did this kind of variant of Cap #1. So yeah, they should have did that for the first cover. But let's take a look at some of this Golden Age art. You got your Cap fighting a straight up Nazi wearing a swastika right on his chest. Golden Age Cap right here, boy. Fighting tigers and stuff. So this was before we even had Marvel Comics. Look at this, Timely Comics. I still don't have a Captain America statue. I'm thinking about getting the old school Sideshow premium format. Just been getting other stuff. I haven't got around to that. I need to get Cap and Thor. And I need an Iron Man too. Never ends, kids. So there's your, where should I keep these? Alright. I'll put it to the side. We got enough books on camera, right? Then we're jumping into the Silver Age. You got your Captain America by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and Jim Steranko, Volume 1, with Cap 100 on the cover. This book collects Tales of Suspense 59 through 99, and Captain America 100 through 113. So it doesn't cover his first appearance in the Silver Age in Avengers 4. That is in the Avengers Volume 1 Omnibus. Here's the cover gallery. A shitload of issues because those Tales of Suspense didn't have just one story in them, so it just talks about the Cap stories. What do we got here in the front? You got a foreword by Stan Lee. Somebody just requested on Instagram that I do an every Cap omnibus. I am going to do my Marvel Cosmic, but I got to do my homework to see what I want to include in that video. I'm thinking just Infinity Gauntlet, Annihilation Conquest, and War of Kings, Prelude and Aftermath. But I don't know if I'm supposed to include the Jonathan Hickman Fantastic Four stuff. I don't think so. Some more Cap stuff. But now this is Cap in Marvel Comics. Got some Red Skull action. Yeah, so Cap 1's also the first appearance of Red Skull, right? I think so. Cool, so that's Volume 1. Next up, we have Volume 2. Got a nice cover with Falcon on the cover. This is by Stan Lee, Gene Colan, and John Romita. There was the spine. There's your cover gallery. And this includes issues 114 through 148 of Captain America. Oh, also, I wore my most patriotic looking shirt, so you're welcome for that. So 114 is the first appearance of Falcon, actually, right? Let's see. I know the cover. No, it ain't. So I like the bigger panels like this. First appearance of Falcon must be 116 or something, right? It ain't 115. There goes a nice Red Skull cover. Is it 116? Yep, Coming of the Falcon. I knew it was one of those early teens. So there's your first appearance of Falcon. That book was heating up, leading up to the Winter Soldier and everything. I'm sure it cooled off now. So me dealing in key CGC issues, the books, they start heating up when there's rumors of a character appearing in a movie. The peak of it, I would say, is when the trailer hits that shows that character. And then once that movie drops, the book starts getting cold. First appearance of Vision, Falcon, Black Panther. So Black Panther hype was big with Civil War. It wasn't even really that much hype with the solo movie coming out. A lot of people say, now that the movie's out, you better sell it now. And like, nah, bro, you missed that window. Some Silver Age Spidey in the mix. Or when let's say a trailer comes out showing Galactus in the MCU. You'll see some people in the comments say, you better go buy your FF48s now. Like, nah, bro, that's the worst time that you could buy those FF48s. That's when the prices are going to be at the all-time high. How did I get into CGC price talk? Anyway, then what we got here is Captain America by Jack Kirby. So Jack Kirby comes back to comes back to draw Captain America, collects Captain America 193 through 214, Captain America Annual 3 and 4, and Marvel Treasury Special featuring Captain America's Bicentennial Battles. It's a cool book. It looks like a tough read. I don't know. Here goes the cover gallery. The only Cap stuff that I've read is the Brubaker stuff. It's pretty cool. We'll talk about that. I love Jack Kirby art. I don't know. I'm going to have to really feel like an old school kick to get into this, but very Jack Kirby. Kirby dots everywhere. What is this, Captain America and Ben Franklin? All right. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Looks like he's on the USO show. So, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure it's a good read. It's just that to me, Cap is not that interesting of a character in the old days. The stuff Brubaker did was awesome. We'll talk a lot about that when we get there. How Kirby is this? You gotta love Jack Kirby, though. I'm not mad at it. What we got here? Captain America and the Falcon. I like how Marvel, they always took chances, man. They teamed them up with an African-American character, and, like, this is back in the day stuff, man, like in the civil rights era. So Marvel was always pretty gutsy with that stuff, and it really paid off. And, it was the right thing to do. Oh, damn, am I showing the actual books? There were nothing really special. Anyway. Then we jump into a book that I've highlighted already in one of my haul videos, jumping into the 90s with Captain America by Mark Waid, Ron Garney, and Andy Kubert. First white spine. Only white spine out of all the Cap books, except for there's a variant for one of the Brubaker. So again, you got this wraparound cover. I don't want to spend too much time into this because I already covered it. But then again, people might be watching this that didn't watch that haul video. So we'll flip through some pages here to get a look at some of this 90s goodness. Nah, I mean, cat with the red eyes. Oh, Lord. Here goes your invisible shield, Cap. People are thinking that Black Panther will give him one of those in Avengers Infinity War. Talking about get this man a shield. I don't think they're going to do that. Maybe. I mean, they did give him the automatic return shield in Age of Ultron, but I don't know. The invisible shield is a little bit of a stretch. Someone get this man a shield. We'll see what happens. I bet he gets an all silver one or something, or a black one. So, then we're going to jump into some good ass shit. Captain America by Brubaker, Volume 1. Love this book. I wish I would have read it before I saw The Winter Soldier, because the Russo brothers sure did. They jacked straight panels out of this book for the movie. And it ended up being a great movie. It was a great book. Brubaker, I'm a big fan of him. Here's the back cover gallery. And what's it about? Look at Winter Soldier. That's what it's about. This is Captain America 1 through 25 and the 65th anniversary special. Also, Winter Soldier, Winter Kills one-shots. So this, when I say Captain America 1 through 25, I don't know what volume it is, but I'm thinking it's, I want to say 2008. 2005. Awesome stuff, man. A little bit of a whale, this book. The next two books are straight up whales. But the 5 Brubaker set is like a must-have. Great art, great tone, awesome writing. There goes Crossbones. I ripped through these 3 omnibus so fast, man. Well, yeah, basically the Winter Soldier storyline. Here goes some old school Bucky, probably a flashback. Here goes, yeah, the Winter Soldier Part 1. Bucky's found, he's missing an arm. Here goes some Red Skull and I think his daughter. So anyway, this is basically the Winter Soldier, right? And then Civil War happens during this book. So it pretty much gives you a quick rundown of Civil War and then continues on. Alright, let's keep it moving. Then the next omnibus you have, so this is called Captain America by Brubaker Volume 1. But then it goes to the Death of Captain America. Death of Captain America is a whale of a book. Hard to find. It's very sought out after. It's a thinner omnibus. It picks up where that volume left off. Captain America 25 through 42. And that's it. Here goes the cover gallery. So Captain America gets killed. But it's comics, so you know how that goes. Then you got the Winter Soldier in the mix. He doesn't become Captain America in this, I don't think, unless it's at the end. I'm trying to remember. I read this sometime last year when I was still in Florida. All the Brubaker volumes, though, they're all great reads. I highly recommend them. You can get them in trade paperbacks. You don't have to try to hunt down these omnibus. So here's a Winter Soldier getting tortured. Okay, so it looks like he does take up the mantle of Captain America. That's the Bucky Barnes cap. Here he goes. He's a little different than Cap. If I remember, he's a little bit more badass, a little more brutal. He's got a gun. Got yourself a gun. And he's fighting Crossbones again. Not again, but now it's him fighting Crossbones. Looks like Cap returns here. And then you get into the next volume, which is Captain America Lives. So bam, right back in the mix. You know how it goes down. So, Alex Ross cover with Winter Soldier cap. There goes your spine and your cover gallery. Picks up where that leaves off. Captain America 43 through 50, 600 and 601, which I guess they renumbered. Reborn 1 through 6, and Reborn prologue written by Ed Brubaker. So, Cap comes back. Back in the mix. I'm gonna keep jumping the covers. But not much to say that hasn't already been said about the other two volumes. It's the same kind of vibe, which is great. Look for something cool here. Go some Mr. Fantastic action. And then more with Cap in the ice. I forget what that's all about. Dang. Red Skull. Yeah, there's something about, Red Skull's consciousness is in this robot and he's not a human anymore. Or some shit happens like that. So, the last two actually are still sealed, so we're going to do a gem mint unwrapping for you guys live in effect. Still Brubaker's run, The Trial of Captain America. So, I haven't read this one yet. After I ran through those 3 omnibus, I was a little capped out. So I said I was going to take a break. So it says Ross. So I guess it has some Alex Ross art. Yeah, it picks up right where this leaves off. So it's Captain America, Who Will Wield the Shield, #1, Cap 602 through 619 and 615.1, Steve Rogers, Super Soldier 1 through 4, and Captain America 2011 1 through 10. So I guess they start a new volume. So why would you even go back to renumbering? All right, anyway. So here's the front, the side, and the back. Just open this so you know we gotta stretch that spine out, right? By the way, all these Cap books have great sewn binding. I'm like, dang, they really put a lot of thought into the construction of these books. So it's crazy to see how modern the art gets from like the golden age to the silver age, the 90s, and then to the modern stuff. Modern stuff, I mean, it's a lot easier to read. You know, the stories are usually better, than the art is arguably better. But I like the classic stuff too because I like to know where these guys come from. You know, what are the origins and all that kind of stuff. Some Red Skull stuff. So you gotta change over the artist here. So it says Ross is one of the artists on this, but it can't be Alex Ross. I haven't seen any Alex Ross art. This is good art here. No Baron Zemo. Madam Hydra, I guess. Oh, here goes Captain America with Beast. Alright, so that's that. Trial of Captain America. Oddly enough, the last 2 volumes of the 5-book Brubaker set, the last 2 are still relatively cheap, man. Those first 3 are just expensive, man. You know, you combine, you know, not being readily available with the success of Winter Soldier. That's the recipe for a whale. So the last one is the Return of the Winter Soldier. Picks up, again, right where that other one left off. It's collecting Captain America and Bucky, 620 through 628. Feared Self, Book of the Skull, number 1. Feared Self, 7.1. Captain America Winter Soldier, 1 through 14. And Captain America from 2011, issue 11 through 19. So you get a good chunk of Cap Brubaker. The spine and the cover are the same on these 2. And you gotta stretch your spine. When I do my every Daredevil Omnibus video, you'll see why you gotta stretch your spine. I got a jacked up Volume 1 Frank Miller Daredevil Omnibus. My worst condition book. So it looks like the same art from where we left off. Cool stuff. Some Black Widow. And that's about it. So, there you have it. Every Captain America Omnibus released so far. I'm trying to think right now if there's anything solicited for Cap. I don't think so. I've said that in a few other videos, and in the comments you guys prove me wrong. Like the Spider-Man does have the Miles Morales Omnibus coming out. What was the other one? I knew about the 3 Deadpool. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, shit. There goes your every Captain America Omnibus release so far. Your boy Gem Mint. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Questions, concerns, all that good stuff. Hit me up in the comments. Peace.